What's up, guys? Welcome back to Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby, where we talk all things Irish Rugby related. As Leinster went down to the West of Ireland tonight to face Connacht, as they beat them by 45 points to 8. And I must say, what an absolute drubbing. I'm sorry, but that was. I'll go from the start as my usual starts. I'll always begin from the beginning. So, it begins and Connacht get a red card, and you think that. Now, I've seen previous red cards going for other teams like Ireland. Whenever the opposite team goes down to 14 men, the opposite team seems to do well, or else that's just another team and or just how good their players are. But Connacht went down to 14 tonight from the start of the game, and I just thought from the minute that Connacht were really going to struggle, because Leinster, you can't put a foot wrong against the likes of a Leinster team. You know what I mean? And Leinster really got off to a good start, I must say. You know what I mean? And you were fearing for Connacht. I don't know if I was fearing for Connacht at that point, but that's the way I was going. But after that, I think Connacht can't. But after that, fair play to Connacht. Even down 14 men, they really came back into the game in the first half. Really putting Leinster under pressure. Apart from getting that, Leinster getting that first try, but Connacht were really pushing, and you can literally see that. And from as an Ulster fan, you want Connacht to win in terms of how the table goes, but I feel like the reality is Connacht tried really hard in the first half, and they were able to get that try before half time. And it's well played to do it. But I thought missing that conversion was kind of a bit like I don't think they could. I think they could have done with that conversion to help create a little bit of gap, but maybe it probably didn't make a difference. But Connacht went into half time in the lead, and you thought, well, Connacht have the capabilities to go on and kind of maybe hopefully do this, but I think Leinster. I didn't realize from a Leinster perspective that I think they were going to go in half time and they were going to fix up a few errors which they made in the first half, and Connacht and Leinster both came out in the second half, and I think Connacht showed a bit of I think for the first 10 minutes I think Connacht showed a wee bit how they could maybe see out Leinster, but whenever the problem from a Connacht perspective is tonight was they made so many unforced errors. They made so many errors. It was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe how many balls they lost in the process. It was just unbelievable. And for me, you can't win a game like that. If you make that many errors, you can't win a game. And whenever they made an error, I think it was Ulster Sudan or something like that. It could have been the third try or the second try for Leinster. But whenever that happens, Leinster got over the line, and it was also row from there. From Leinster's perspective, Leinster really gave Connacht a bit of a beat down in the second half. It didn't for Connacht's sake, it didn't help the unforced errors. I think at the end of the game, Connacht just wanted to get that pull off as much as possible. It was just. I think Leinster with the squad depth that they got to show tonight, and how good it was for them players who are not in international duty for Leinster to really show their prospect. You can never, any Leinster team that gets on the field, they're no write-offs whatsoever. That's what makes them stop. That's what makes them so good. And for Leinster perspective, they'll take those 5 points definitely, and they'll move on to the next game, which is a big game away in Munster next week. So they'll move on to that at Fulham Park, which is a very big game. So from a Connacht perspective, that was a very poor performance from Connacht tonight, even though maybe the end of the first half they showed a bit of a glimpse. But the reality is, Connacht are going to have to show a bit of fight, or a bit of much better performances in the next few weeks, because they'll have Benetton next week away. They're not going to have to go face Leinster 2 times in the European Cup. The Sportsground's the first leg, but you just saw tonight. Imagine what Leinster's first team could actually do, but we'll have to wait and see. But you never write off surprises, but what I saw from Connacht tonight from that perspective was just very poor, and it's kind of very hard for see how Connacht are going to go for the rest of the season. But they show good glimpses at the start of the season, but I think it's all coming to show now. But I think they'll have a few players come back for Connacht. You have to know that as well. I know Leinster will have a few players come back as well, so we'll just have to see where they go from there. But that's it. I think that's it for my match reaction. Not really there, not too much, but from an Ulster perspective, you wouldn't want to see Leinster pick up the win tonight, but speaking for as a neutral, you have to say Leinster were really, really good tonight, and they'll move on to Munster next week. So hopefully Leinster will get a few players back. We'll have to wait and see. Like maybe the likes of Cian Healy and Dan Sheehan, who knows. We'll have to wait and see. So thanks very much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby, which I'll be back next time for more match reactions, which is next week in the next round of the United Rugby Championship. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.